Hey guys, it's Mary. I'm missing from this video. I know I'm not in there, but I'm going to show you real quick what I do to prepare for VIPKID classes so that I don't have to spend hours preparing for VIPKID classes. So I'm going to show you my desk. So I'm actually not going to be in this video, smiling at you. But I am smiling. I'm right here. Anyway, I want to show you guys my setup because I literally don't have preparation time. Like, I don't spend time prepping my classes. I keep everything, and I'm going to go through it slowly for you, but I literally keep everything right here within reach. And yes, those feet right there are part of it, and so is that salt. Even the lip gloss is part of it, kids. Okay, so here we're going to start on the left side of my desk. The fidget spinners are what I use if I have a new student. Now, I do teach mainly older levels, so my reward system has turned into rock, paper, scissors and tic-tac-toe. They love it. I'm a 5-star or 5-apple teacher. I don't ever get bad feedback, knock on wood, for that. But they love it. They love teacher versus teacher in the upper levels, so that's what I do with them. If I get a new student, though, I do spin fidget spinners. I have a little variety there, and I literally can spin 4 on my thumb without any other fingers touching it, so they think that's pretty cool. Just practice, you'll get there. I have my emoji ball, which my son poked holes in, and we had to rip off the poop emoji. But I do use that emoji ball, as you know from my other videos, all the time. I have a candle for the birthday lesson. I have water in case I need a drink in between classes. That picture is actually used, well, for one, I just think it's so cute of my husband and I love it. But I use it for square, to teach the square shape. I use it for pictures. I use it for a photography lesson. So that's multifunctional. I also use the spinners for the movement lesson that talks about spinning. This is a little box. I don't know if you can see that. But sometimes you need a box in your lesson. So I have that there. It doesn't take up much space. I do have these puppets. There are animals and people. Fantastic use. The duck, the cow, elephant, the rabbit, all of that. I use all those. For any lessons that have anything to do with that, I'll just grab a puppet. And again, I don't look at the lesson. I don't prep ahead of time. I just, when it comes up, everything's within reach, so I don't have to look and pull everything out before the lesson. It's already here, not taking up a lot of space. In this funky bowl here, I actually use the bowl. If we talk about pottery, I have a little ice cream popper right there that I shoot at them sometimes for extra reward. I have my aquatic shark, and I think down in there is my dolphin also. You can't really see it, hold on. I have my fish. There's the dolphin, see that little blue thing down there? I have a car for parking garages. I have a bird. He's kind of upside down too. Sorry. This is probably shaky too because I'm just holding it. There's my bird. There's my spider. You guys know spiders come up a lot in these lessons. They love that. I put that right in front of the camera for them. And then my fish. Because, fish and frogs live in lakes and ponds. Here I have, I know it looks like I have trash on here, but those are rocks. I use them for anything with stones, and then one is rough and one is smooth, and there's some coins there for money. Now, this is the stuff that is right in front of me. The pink zebra box is just because I sell pink zebra, and it just pops up my laptop so that I have good angles, to be honest. That's its only function. Oh, except that it does also hold my flag for the flag lesson. Oh, there's my 3-dimensional circular cylinder. Also doubles as a can. And my books, I use books a lot for hobbies. I use it for anytime they talk about a book. I use it to teach the title page, cover, front cover, back cover. This calendar is a fun Lego calendar. It's an old one now, but I use it for the times, I don't know what the lesson is, Our Earth, Our Year, or something like that. What is it? Anyway, days of the month, months of the year, that lesson. And then this, you guys, these little pieces of paper right here, that's what I keep my notes on for feedback. I know you might think that's crazy, but I sure do. I just stick them right there. I pull them out one at a time, flip it over for the second kid. Those are my notes. Right here, I have blocks. You can see some of them have burn marks on them. That's because, like that little match right there, I use those in class for fire. Anytime I talk about fire or smoke or flame, fireman, safety, lots of lessons you can use matches. So the matches that I use are actually right here in this drawer. There's a little bit of wax on there from that birthday candle. I also have seashells, I have scissors, because sometimes you need to cut out the pictures for your project. I have my passport. We use that for the travel lesson, and then that, it's upside down. Hold on. That is a birthday banner, and they love it. For the birthday lesson, I pull that out, I hold it on both ends, all spread apart, and say, happy birthday! Great fun. So that's the stuff in my drawer. And then here, okay, so I use the colorful blocks. Anytime we're using the word blocks, it's often a blend for them. So I use that. I use those colorful finger lights. Anytime I tell them to draw a line or circle, I just put a finger light on, make it more fun. And then I use my letter blocks. You can see now that I do upper levels, I used to have it, so if you're lower level, I would put the letters facing out so that I could tell what letter each block was so I can grab it quick, you know, for whatever letter they're working on. But with upper levels, we do a lot of math, so I got the math symbols there for them and the numbers. And then here, this little dice is my cube, the screwdriver, and I think those are pliers or a wrench. I think it's pliers. Don't make fun of me for that. All you people that know. That is for a mechanic, because a mechanic uses those tools, or plumber, either one. And then sorry about the shakiness. This is my other basket of fun. It's also, you can see, it's all within reach. We're on one desk still. So this, I have a net for fishing. I have a light that is super fun. With this, when you shine it at them, I don't know if it'll do it here. It's not gonna do it. It turns the whole screen black except for the light. So I use that for moonlight. I use it for bright and dark. Very fun. I use a magnifying glass. I have a baseball. Okay, I have 3 baseballs. I have pizza, spaghetti, scissors. There's peanuts down there. There's a world. If you guys can find one of these, I use this all the time. I use this for bodies of water, aquatic animals, anything, my earth, my home, any of those lessons that have to do with earth. There's a measuring tape in there. There's also, I don't know if you can see those. Let me pull that out. Red envelopes. You can get these on Amazon. Very cheap for the celebrations lessons. When they celebrate Chinese New Year and we celebrate Christmas, that is what I show them for celebrating Chinese New Year. I also got a Chinese lantern, which we're gonna go right here. Still within reach, there it is. I just unfold it. Okay, so over here, if I do happen to have a new student who's younger, they get lollipops. I mean, the kids still love lollipops. I also use this mug anytime we talk about, like if there's a sentence to read about drinking milk or even drinking water, I'll pretend to drink and I'll hide those lollipops. I squish them down and then I'm like, no, I'm not drinking milk. And then I show them the lollipops. And then in my cubbies here, I've got a little basketball, I've got a monkey and a bear and a dog. Back in there, I don't know if you can see that little white behind the dog is a snowball. Okay, here's the snowball. It's just an ornament that I throw around and pretend we're throwing snowballs at each other, so that's fun. And then the monkey and the bear, I use that for the monkey and the banana story. I use it for wild animals, animals that live in the mountains. The bear lives in the cave. I also use the animals and the balls to teach this, that, these, and those. So I hold one up real close to me and I say this. I hold them both close to me and I say these, like these are animals. And then for that, I will actually throw one behind me on a box I'm going to show you here in a second. And I'll say those and, you know, that for the singular. And then I'll throw both of them and say those are balls or those are animals. They like that. This umbrella, you guys, if you're not teaching with an umbrella, I highly recommend it. They love it. I open it up anytime we're talking about the weather. You know, the weather is sunny, but sometimes the weather is rainy. So I just grab it. It's right here, again, right here by my desk. within reach, I just grab it, I keep it open like this, and then I just pop the top up open, and they love it. I have a bicycle because we often ride a bike in VIPKID. I have a hat or a cap, depending on the lesson. I do have a snorkel for outdoor activities, outdoor hobbies. I have some other things for outdoor hobbies I'll show you in a second. I do have bubbles back there. I don't blow bubbles near as often as I used to. Up here I've got a pair of shoes. I have a mirror because sometimes I need to fix my lip gloss. Or that's what the lip gloss is for. It's not for lesson. Or ponytail holders. This is just an American Girl doll. Now I use this for she, to teach the pronoun she. I use it for shirt, shorts, feet, hands, fingers. I use her a lot. And then you guys, I use this salt. This is so fun, and they love it when I pour salt in my hand for, you know, the ocean or the sea is salty. Yeah, I pour it out in my hand. They think that's so funny that I would do that because it's messy. I don't think they get messy there very often. And then I throw it behind me, like throw it over my shoulder, and then I just vacuum it up after class. It cleans up real easy. Super funny, super fun, crowd pleaser. Then as you go behind me, you can see my cat. He is off and on the box. I do keep him hidden. However, it's not recommended for animals to be in the classroom, so I'm not saying you should do that if your cat doesn't come in there without you being able to stop him. But I have a high back chair so he stays hidden throughout the lesson. He just likes to be where I am, so he just likes to come in here when I'm teaching. But anytime the lesson talks about, you know, the cat is on the box or the cat is next to the box or whatever, I will move, seriously, I will move my chair and say, look, the cat is on the box. And they think it is fantastic. So, yes, they love that. This is a huge Christmas present that I use for, again, the celebrations. It's really the culture lesson where you know, Chinese in America or American in China, those kind of things, those kind of culture lessons where they talk about celebrations. And Christmas is always one they talk about. So I point out this big Christmas present. They like that. I have a bat and ice skates. Those are more outdoor hobbies, outdoor sports. The bat is just a crowd pleaser. I hold it up and point it at the camera, and so that they can see the end of it, so the length is really, it makes it look huge. And then I have a crown for queen. They love that too. On my feedback, this is my last tip, but on my feedback, also on the matches, I let them blow those out when I light a match. They think that's so fun. And then I just set it right there. It doesn't catch on fire. It's all good. On my feedback, you guys, I feel like a lot of people spend a lot of time and effort on feedback. I keep it simple, but I do keep it specific. I literally write notes down right here, and it is not in order. There's not a list. It's not in straight lines. I write down any word they mispronounce. That's my first thing that I do with feedback. Anytime they mispronounce any word, I write it down. Anytime if they consistently don't say the S at the end of the word, I write it on this little note. If they have a hard time with the TH sound, I write it on the note. If they do a good job with something, I write it on the note. If they share something personal, like, you know, what is your favorite hobby? And they tell me, I say, oh, I loved learning that his favorite hobby is riding his bike or playing the piano. I didn't know he played the violin, whatever it is. I write it down, just real quick, abbreviated words, so that I can make that feedback personal. I think that's all they want. I don't think they want a big synopsis of the lesson. I think they just don't know how their kid's doing and that you're correcting them. So I tell them what we worked on. I tell them what needs worked on. I give them a list of words to practice. I praise them for things they're doing good. That's it. I keep it real simple. So there you go. Hopefully that's helpful. You can literally have everything for every lesson within reach. There's not one single lesson that I don't have a prop for. And honestly, I don't feel like I have a huge number of props. They're all within reach. They're not tucked away. I don't have to get out the folders. I'm not saying those are bad ways to do it. It's just not my style. So for those of you that are like me, that is not your style to have a folder for every lesson that you have to pull out, I just can't. I would not be able to keep up with that. I wouldn't put them away. It'd be a hot mess. Here you go. Simplify, baby. See you guys.